All right, guys, welcome back. So I got this shell taken apart, and it turns out that these number boards, these come out relatively easy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull them out, and we're going to glue. I'm going to use canopy glue to glue these on to the number boards. These are 603s. Now, if you've ever worked with somebody with these little LEDs, they're pre-wired. Take them and twist this up. Get these wires together, as far as you want to go. This will make it so much easier to work with inside, and just keeps it neat. So this LED is good. Now I could use resin. That would make life, instantly easier for me. We're making a decision here. We're gonna change this up. We're gonna go with the resin because it's gonna make one life much quicker. All right, so that's one. So what I'm gonna do, put a little silver on this. We'll let this cure up a little bit longer, and put a little silver on it, so that should seal the light in, bring a little more light to the front. I probably could have did with an 804, but I think there was a little bit. The 804 is really big, so we're gonna let this dry over there. All right, so just in case, because I think I did it pretty much off camera, I'm gonna do this one. So I'm gonna pop it out. I'm gonna take one of these. All right, there you go. I think it's gonna look pretty good lit up. So we're gonna go from there. Gonna let this one set up too. I got two done. So basically, I'm gonna do the other two off camera. We'll be right back. Alright guys, so we're back. We're going to slide these into place. I'm going to try to slide these into place. Alright guys, so we're back. This video turned into a bit of a nightmare. I lost some of the footage, and while I was cutting the headlight off of this, it popped off. It disappeared on the floor. I saw where it landed. When I went there to go pick it up where it landed, it was no longer there. So that's gone forever. So luckily they still make these light tubes from Atlas. I did a quick search on eBay to see if I could pick them up cheaper. I can't, so I'm getting them from Atlas. They're $1.25. Shipping, $10. Hey guys, let's get real with some of the shipping prices here, bro. You could have dropped this in a 40-cent envelope. All right, that's a little ridiculous. I wish I needed more stuff, but I didn't need any more stuff. So at the point we're at now with this, I got the lights wired in, the number board's wired in, the one headlight wired in. I got it loomed in. I got everything connected up. I I just soldered everything up. It's going to take probably 2 weeks before that gets here. So I figured I'd just get this thing as together as possible. So all I got to do is just unsolder these wires and just run run the wire in there and be done. Taped in all nicely nice. This is just something else. Yeah, so that's it. That's it for this part. I'll put the light in probably when it gets here, but there's no reason to postpone this anymore. So we're gonna put this on now. All these wires fit in here. Good. That's all that matters. All right, the cab. The cab's gonna go on here. I still may do it. I don't know if I'm going to though. Contemplated doing it is putting in the I also got a replacement horn for this coming, the proper horn for the Pennsylvania Railroad. But what I do have that's going to go in here now is I have engineers. Let me just find these real quick, and we're going to put those in. So I got a set of these 3D printed guys. That I got to paint up. I'm going to do that another time. I'm going to put these guys in. These are the Broadway limited figures. I'm really happy with these. I like them. And pretty much the only thing I do with them is I kind of hit them with they're a little too shiny. So what I do is I hit them with a wash. Yeah, I hit these guys with a little dry wash, with a little black wash to highlight them up a little bit, and that's really it. Kind of brings out the highlight in what they're wearing. Doesn't really do much more than that. Let those dry, and then we'll glue them in. Put the cab back on. When I get the new horn for this, because it's supposed to have a 3 chime on it from all the pictures I can tell. So we're going to get that, and we're going to install that on this. We got that horn correct. And since I'm putting people in there, I think I'm just going to throw in an LED up in here to light the cab. Might as well. So then we'll come in here and we'll touch up these handrails a little bit. It's supposed to be yellow handrails on here, so we'll do that. They actually contemplated putting a flickering red-orange LED up here, so when it went to idle, it would flicker red like it was firing out the top of the stack a little bit. All right. So let these dry and we'll come back to it in a little bit. After dinner, actually. All right, guys, so we're back. Dinner was good. So here we go. I got two little engineers. Actually said about right. So we're gonna put this in. All right, so we're using a little bit of bonded. The reason why we're going to use this is because I can control where it goes a little bit better. All right. If you don't have bonded and you're curious if you should buy it, just buy it. It's worth it. What you can do is use up everything that's in the bonded, clean this whole thing out with 90 proof isopropyl alcohol, and then you can fill it with a new bottle. It's a nice little applicator for doing this. So that I don't want. Yeah, there's a UV cured resin, and I don't want him UV curing. Anywhere but where I put him. And I'm gonna nip off his feet. And he's sitting a little fur back in that side. So I want this guy to be much farther forward. I take a little piece of styrene, try to find a little, maybe. Never throw out your styrene pieces. You never know. All right, bonded it's going to be. All right, let this dry up a little more. Pretty solid. Like I said, I'm waiting for this replacement light to come in. We'll fix that, and then I'm gonna call Soundtracks. I got a question for them about something, but maybe I'll put a cab light in. I got those. I got two Long Island Railroad RS3s that I got to put engineers in, and oh no, that's not. Nope. That is definitely not sticking. Nope. Nope. Not going like that. He is way too high. He is way too high. That was unacceptable how high it was. He was, his head was way above where it needs to be. It kind of sucks, but that's kind of where it needs to go. There's some epoxy that was still a little wet, so I'm going to hit it with that. Hopefully I'll dry it in place. All right, so basically what I'm going to do is going to put this piece of styrene on top here. And I'm going to give it a little touch of the super quick dry. That will wick in there real quick and melt it all together. So yeah, all right. So that's just going to dry up in there. I don't know what goes in here. Is that fuel or sand? Yeah, do a little research. I saw some of these that have like the wet marks, you know, from the fuel running down. I want to weather this one up just a little bit because I don't like a lot of weathering, but I'm starting to appreciate it a little bit more. So it's still sitting a little high. Not too crazy. All right, guys. Well, that's pretty much it. That was the installation of the two speakers and the reinstallation of the decoder that I blew up. Yeah, let's take this over to the test track, and you can hear how it sounds with the shell on. Usually sounds much better with the shell on. So let's go over there and hear this puppy roar up. All right, be right back. All right, guys, welcome back. Now we're over at the test track. As most of you know, Pennsylvania ran long, plug forward. So that's forward. All right, let's see what we got here. Gonna open up the throttle. Opening up. Let's hear it. We're about a foot away. Let's start up. One. Bell. No, you're too fast. Headlights now. The lights are off, but watch the number boards. They got them set that they'll come on when it starts to move. Reverse. What else we got? Shut the throttle. Shut the engine off. Put some fuel in it. That's general service. No idea what that means. Steam generator. This one doesn't have it. Sanding valve. Cab chatter.
Dispatcher CEYCX, you'll be going in for Amtrak at Springdale, over.
Little period not correct. All board.
All aboard!
One door. Only one door. So you're never going to use all board with this. That's basically it. You'll hear the brake squeak. We gotta work on that brake squeak, a little setting, a little bit. That's basically it. Like I said, I gotta replace that light in the back. When that part comes in, I'll replace that, and this will be 100% done. There's some video. I know. Oh, it bounced all over the place. I lost footage, or footage didn't record correctly. We lost that light. That's on order. I would have preferred. I'd prefer to have that in when the video is done, but I just don't have time to wait for it anymore. So we're just finishing this up and getting this done. Yeah, whew. Haven't had one like this in a while. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. The best is if you give me a thumbs up. Thumbs up really helps the channel. And getting to the end really helps me too. I appreciate it. Thanks for watching. And as always, I'll catch you later. Corny, I know.